Romanian soccer fans once placed their hopes in this man, Attila Konyoro. In the 1980s, he played professionally also in the West. But fans weren't the only ones scrutinizing his performance.
All of our rooms were bugged, and after every match in a foreign country, the Secret Intelligence Service would herd us into a room like animals and try to find out who we'd been talking to. And then my girlfriend applied officially to emigrate, and that's why I was no longer allowed to travel abroad to play.
This is the man who spied on him, Securitate agent Constantin Bucur, who specialized in athletes. He listened to Attila Konyoro with these devices. Today, his equipment is displayed in a museum, but for him, the legend lives on.
A Securitate colonel didn't look like this dummy here. A colonel looked like a colonel. I still feel great respect for these officers.
This is where the transcripts of Bucur's surveillance are stored. 24 kilometers of files produced by the Securitate. Agent Bucur eavesdropped on his fellow citizens for years and didn't care what consequences his reports had for them. The Securitate spied on millions of Romanians. Alpar Hamar was one of them because he is a Baptist. Here, in the center of Târgu Mureș, Hamar shows us what it was like back in 1989 when he demonstrated for the first time against the Securitate.
I saw that the other soldiers intentionally shot to miss, but the Securitate purposely shot me. They hit both of my legs.
Romania's popular uprising in December 1989 was the beginning of the end for the Securitate. These pictures remind Alpar Hamar of the trauma when his friend was killed. The man's family received neither compensation nor even an apology.
There is no justice. After 23 years, we still don't know who shot us and who the murderers were. And this is all they came up with. A pathetic monument for those who fought for freedom in Romania.
Agent Bucur says he didn't shoot. But even after the fall of Nicolae Ceausescu, Bucur continued eavesdropping on politicians, journalists, and artists for the new Romanian Secret Intelligence Service, the SRI. The method was the same. Those the governing party didn't like were under surveillance, and every detail was noted.
Come home fast. I have a lot to do. I want to take a bath, and I still have to bake a cake.
But in 1996, Constantin Bucur had had enough and went public with his reports. One of Bucur's targets, the journalist Mircea Toma, demanded that the SRI's bugging practices be revealed. Bucur had spied on his editorial team and his family.
My conversations with my 11-year-old daughter were certainly no threat to national security. Until today, we have a Stalinist law that permits domestic spying in this country.
That's why Constantin Bucur was found guilty of treason for his revelations. But he appealed to the European Court of Justice, which ruled that exposing injustice took priority over the obligation to maintain silence. And it even ruled that Bucur is entitled to 20,000 euros in compensation.
No, I don't have a guilty conscience. What the editorial team talked about was unimportant. More interesting were the politicians. My work resembled journalism anyway. We all collect information.
What the former spy doesn't mention is that after going public, he took a well-paid job with a right-wing populist party. It, too, had been under surveillance.
People should see what a nice person a Securitate officer can be. Not just torturing and eavesdropping.
The Securitate's victims can't believe how much a former informer is able to capitalize on his past.
I don't want to have anything to do with people like that. They destroyed not only athletic careers, but also many families.
Romania still has a long way to go to work through its past. Attila Coniro says the process has not even begun.